Today, I'm showing you how I preserve my foodstuffs at home using simple containers and buckets with lids. Hello beautiful people, thank you for stopping by and welcome back to my channel. If you grew up in an African home, you will sure know the easiest ways to preserve foodstuffs. This method I'm about to show you helps me preserve my gari, my rice, my corn, my crayfish, my corn flour, my kumkum, a whole lot of foodstuffs. Okay, because it prevents rats, insects, moisture, and just any other thing that can affect your foodstuffs or spoil it up. Alright, this method enable my foodstuffs last for a very long time. So let's get straight into it. When I get my rice from the store in bags, I just go ahead to put them in containers like this. Alright, so it lasts for a very long time. It keeps the rice as it is. If you put your rice in bags, you're going to have insects entering there, weevils. It can even get bad, so I put it like this so it lasts for a very long time. This is how I preserve my beans. I just put my beans in these containers. It avoids air, avoids insects, avoids moisture, avoids anything that can make your foodstuff get bad. So I just go ahead to preserve them like this in this airtight container with lids. So in here is my corn flour. This is awuza fufu. Okay, it's corn flour. It's made from corn, but just with a different method of preparation. So I have it stored like this. This can last for years, okay, without getting bad because it is airtight, no insects, no moisture, nothing that can damage this corn flour. Alright, so when I cook it, it's still like I just grind my corn from the machine and just went ahead to prepare. This is my gari. This is how I store my gari when I have it in quantity. I just put it in containers like this and I store. So when I store my corn like this, it lasts for a very long time. This is kumkum. Kumkum is just made from dry cassava flour. I have a video in my channel where I showed how to make kumkum. So you can scroll through my channel, check that video out and watch it. Okay, so this is kumkum. This is how I preserve my kumkum. And each time I cook it, it is still very fresh and good. This is just how I preserve my crayfish. When I buy it in bulk, I just go ahead to select, I grind, and I put in this container. So it's very easy for me to use each time I cook. Okay, so I have my crayfish like this in this container. It was filled up. I have just used it, and it is still very good. It won't get bad. No insects, no rats, nothing of whatever kind that can spoil it up. This is another bottle of rice. The first one I showed you earlier was brown rice. This is just white short grain rice. Okay, this is how I preserve my rice. When I get it like that, I just go ahead and put in this container and it can last years without getting bad. This is how I preserve my egusi in 1.5 liters like this with lids. Alright, so it lasts for a very long time. No insects, no rats, no moisture, nothing at all. Okay. I also preserve my groundnut this way. Same with the egusi. It's going to last for a very long time. Okay, whatever type of groundnut that you have, you can preserve it like this. If I have it in quantity, I'll just go ahead to preserve it in 10 liters like this. Since I don't have in much quantity, I'll just put it in 1.5 liters. This is just how I preserve my spices in airtight containers like this, in small airtight containers like this. I have a video in my channel where I spoke about these spices, so you can scroll through and watch that video. Very interesting. This is how I preserve my water fufu in this kind of bucket, this 10-liter bucket. I just go ahead, I compress my water fufu like this, okay, and I rub salt at the surface to prevent any bacteria or whatever good. Alright, so this is how I preserve my water fufu. It can last for months, for a very long time. Okay, so this is my kanwa limestone. This is how I just preserve it. When I get it from the market, I put in a container and I fill it up with water. It makes it so easy each time I want to cook and use it. I don't have to start dissolving it each time and using the water. So I already have it dissolved like this. So all I need to do is just shake, leave it to settle for a minute, then I go ahead to use. It's so easy. So this can last for a very long time. You can, as long as the container is well covered, it's tightly covered. Okay, so you can use it for a very long time. This is my kanwa. Some quick tips you should note while storing your food in this container. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you're storing it dry. First of all, have to have a dry container. This has water in it, So I always dry my containers up with gari. I just put gari in and shake. I put like 3-4 times depending on how wet the container is, alright, so it becomes very dry. You also want the foodstuffs to be very dry. The foodstuffs have to be dry, the gari has to be dry, the rice, the beans, the corn flour, everything has to be dry without moisture. Okay, so the second tip is make sure the containers are well covered. You have to cover them well, all right, to avoid air, to avoid moisture, to avoid insects from getting in. Okay, also store them in cool, dry places. You don't want to store them in a place where it's very hot or very cold. Let it just have normal temperature. I made this and stored them in my cupboard. I'm going to be showing you how I store them in my cupboard. Alright. Okay, you also want to label them. If you want, you can label them. I didn't label because I can just clearly see through the containers, but if you want to label, good and fine for you. You agree with me that African homes truly have one of the best kitchen hacks, because preserving your foodstuffs in simple containers like this keeps them fresh and lasts for a very long time, for months and even years. If you found this video helpful and enjoy watching, please subscribe to my channel, like, leave a comment and tell me how you preserve your foodstuffs. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.